Hi, welcome again to the sewing part of this plus size dress I am making. As you can see, I already ironed this down, giving it a good press. Just make sure whatever you're doing is from this point here to the upper side you have 8 inches all together. So when you're making it, it's from the under bust. Do you understand? So what I'll just be doing is joining it now together, and then I'll join the lining as well, just the same way I joined the fabric itself before I'll start sewing everything together. That's what I'll be doing, and I'll come back and show you all how it is. So here is it. As you can see how beautiful this is looking. You can see the cup. This camera is not really doing justice to this, so I already joined both the fabric and also the lining, and I've joined both the back and the front together. As you can see the v-neck, how beautiful that is looking. You can see the zipper area, which is the back area, and it is excess with 1 inches. Remember I said I needed a deep v-neck, so that's what you're seeing now. This is the cup, and this is the other part of the cup. As you can see how beautiful that is looking. The next thing I'll do now is adjust it and make it lap at the back area for the excess of the zip, and then I'll take my measuring tape to measure the waistline. So before adding the other part of the dress, just to know if my measurements, the measurements I'm working with, is accurate. So here I'm having 20 and 24 and a half. All together will be 49 inches. So that will be all for that. So I'll flip it to the other side. You can see how beautiful the back is. I already made this darts also for the back, as you can see. So for the sleeve, you can see the puff sleeve, the way it is looking. Done working on this one. This is like um 13 inches in total after stitching it. You can see how beautiful the stitch line is looking. You can see how beautiful this other part is looking. This is the elastic area already attached, an elastic band, and it is 1 inches for the closing where I notched the other time. So I'll be showing you shortly how I did this. So now this is the elastic band. The elastic band I have here is 16 inches. Also, the round sleeve measurement is 16 inches as well. So I'm having the elastic band of 16 inches. By the time it stretches, I'll be having 22 inches in total. You can see it. So now what I'll do, the next thing I'll do, I'll take a pin, a safety pin, and then you can see this other part of the sleeve is half done. So I already stitched it into the bodies of this dress. As you can see, after drawing the old ruffles, so I stitched it around the armhole, and here is the closing part of the sleeve. So I'll just be inserting the the elastic band through this hole here. So just make sure you're securing this. If you have a pin, you can pin it down on the sleeve before passing this pin round the sleeve. So that's what I'm doing here. I'll just do that now quickly, and then I'll show you the end results. After passing the elastic band through this pin, I'll bring it out and also secure the other part of the elastic I've been holding down with my pin, and stitched it down afterwards, and then I will insert it into this into the fabric, and I'll stitch it on. Make sure you remove your pin afterwards, before stitching it down, just like what I did for this other part of the sleeve. So now I'll be showing you in details how you're going to be attaching the other part of the dress. So you can see I already started drawing this string. So what you do is giving it a free stitch round. So you can see this thread, that is a thread. I stitched it with like 1 bar or 2 bar of your measurement, your measuring tape, and then you start by drawing this thread, so it gives that ruffle. You understand? So you give that ruffle pleat, because this is not going to be a pleated kind of dress. Is going to be a ruffle pleating. So as you can see the way I'm doing it, so I'll finish this up and also don't forget I've already joined both parts together. Remember it will have a slit. This this other part of this dress will be having a slit at the front area. Just take your time while doing this part so you don't have to start up again. That's what I'm doing now. Just take my time, making sure it's, the ruffle comes out well, and make sure you do not exceed your actual measurement, the actual measurement you're looking for. If the waistline is 49, just make sure you're having like 51 inches in total afterwards, so you have like 1 inches on both sides for the zipper allowance. As you can see, I'm done making the old ruffles needed. So you take this part shouldn't be rough before measurement, so that place will serve as the zipper area. So you go down now by taking your measurement all through the fabric to know if you've gotten the right the right size you're looking for. This is 29 inches. As you can see, this is 39 inches. This is 50 inches, so I have enough. As you can see, this is enough already. This is like 1 inches, 52 inches, so I'm having excess. So you can pleat it while you're sewing it down. So what you do now is getting this slitted area. I said it will be having a slit at the front, so you don't make any mistake after doing your ruffle. I already joined it earlier, as you know that I've joined it earlier. So you take that particular slit area where you joined it, you flip it up like so, right side facing the right side. So you stitch it on the left part of the front dart, as you can see me doing. So I'll pin it, securing it down with a pin, so you don't make any mistake when you're stitching it with your free hand. You understand? So you don't have to put the slitted part on the side seam or on the center seam, so it is accurate. So you join it, you can see how accurate this is afterwards. So when you join it, you can adjust your pleat so it is full on sides and back and every corner. If it is excess, you can as well overlap it while you're sewing it down onto the other part of your of the bodies of this dress. So you can see how I'm adjusting it. So just make sure you pin it before doing all this. I'm just doing this in the course of this video. So I'll take my pin and then I'll pin this slitted part onto that side, the left side part of the front bodies. So you can see this other side. I'll start it. You can also use your pin to secure this down on the other part of this your zipper area, and then I'll go now and stitch it up. After stitching it, I'll add lining, and also I'll show you the end result of the sewing. So that will be all for this tutorial. I hope you enjoy this tutorial so far. If you haven't subscribed, kindly please subscribe to my channel, turn your notification bell on to get notified each time I upload new videos. Here is the end result of this beautiful dress we've been making. You can see how beautiful it is. I had to just place it on the tile so you can see it properly, because my table is actually not not wide enough to occupy this. So you can see how beautiful the slitted part is. I already added this the lining to the underneath of this dress. You can see how beautiful sewn, well tailored and accurately sewn this is looking. You can see the down parts. I also pleated the lining. You can see how pleated that is, and again for the record, the lining is more fuller compared to the fabric. You can see how beautiful it is on the wrong side. So I had to use invisible sewing for this, so it doesn't show the stitch. When my client is spreading her clothes, you don't see any ruffle stitch there. So thanks again for watching. Until I see you again in the next one, guys. Subscribe, like, comment below where you're watching from, and do not forget to turn your notification bell on so to get notified each time I upload new videos, guys. Bye.